Can you guys hear me okay? Yes. Okay, very good. We are the team at ChainRaise. We are a fundraising and issuance platform focused on real estate. And what we want to talk to you guys a little bit about today is not so much where the industry is today, but what the industry can become. Because what we're going to see here is additional layers of value be unlocked. And where we're at today with the tokenization, the ATSs, it's great and we're super excited about it, but we still have lots to go. So let's go ahead and get on into it. So yeah, once again, going to focus on where we are today. We also want to talk about how to get momentum. How do we grow this ecosystem? The future of real estate tokenization, what ChainRaise is doing, and one of our goals leaving this conference is collaboration. I think that's a main focus for a lot of people coming out here. We've already met some great partners like the MountX team, Reno, Invinium, many others. So yeah, let's go on and get on into it.
Yeah. So where we are today, we'll start with democratization of these assets on a single dashboard where one can go on and invest in a property in Phoenix, Arizona, and then invest in a property in Miami, all under the same account. And then all the way into Latin America. So it's a pretty cool opportunity to be able to diversify your real estate investment portfolio.
And also what I'll just add to that is it also gives for the first time an investor, let's say they have $100,000, it's the first time they can now create a diversified real estate portfolio. $25,000 in multifamily, let's call it Austin, Texas, $25,000 into an Airbnb portfolio in Miami, $25,000 in industrial properties, $25,000 into beachfront properties. So it's the first time that we truly get to offer democratization of options for the average folk. So that's something that gets us really excited. We're going to be focused on offering this all through one interface.
Or $100,000 gets you one investment. So yeah, I mean, obviously you guys have heard plenty from here, but where we are today is liquidity, and there's two exciting parts of liquidity here. It's on the investors side, where you're no longer locked into 5 to 7 year holding period for your investments. In case Johnny wants to go to college, you can make an investment in January, and then maybe the next January you can go ahead and liquidate that investment. And then on the side of the real estate owner, I'll give you an example. I don't know what the deferment rate of rent when it was COVID, but I'm sure a lot of property owners would love to get would have loved to get some liquidity during COVID. So that's a really exciting part as well.
All right, so another cool thing about where we are today as an industry is the ability to lend against your security tokens. We've been talking with Reno a little bit about offering some lending against your security tokens, which I think is an innovative way for the average folk to be able to invest into real estate. Of course, there's the traditional, refis and things of that nature, but to be able to lend against your position, your fractional position, into a piece of real estate is something innovative, it's something unique, and it's something that gets us super excited. Now this is where we get into a little bit of the fun. This is where we get to start talking about the ideas of what the industry can become and what it can grow into. One of the things that we are taking the focus on is using blockchain as a way to automate the funds task. I think we get very excited about the tokenization, the ATS, etc. But what we don't spend enough time focusing on is the automation of the task that need to get done. For example, when we start talking with different fund managers, they talk to us about the task of real estate taxes, the dividends, etc. and the long clerical task of distributing the paperwork. So I think we need to spend more time as an industry focusing on the automation that we get from the blockchain.
Yeah, then, like Shannon said in the previous presentation, it's a very cool opportunity to be able to potentially connect AI into data rooms and connect that into appraisal documents and automate that whole thing. So it's a really cool opportunity.
Okay, another thing that we think can go ahead and grow the ecosystem is really putting a focus on crypto. If you take a step back, look at the NFT space, it was the crypto community that really pushed the NFTs to what it's becoming now. It wasn't the art collectors, right? It was the crypto community looking at it as a use case of blockchain technology. That's one of the things that we're taking into consideration as we start to build out our platform is lending with crypto, receiving your money back in stable coins, and what it allows is the ability for the average investor to get away from the banking system. I work with a handful of people who created their own cryptos. They lived their whole entire life outside of the traditional banking system. Really interesting, really exciting, really innovative.
So the next slide is the future of, so we're using crypto, DeFi, and real estate. Like Corey touched on it, you're going to be able to use these DAOs to be able to lend against your real estate investments, and be able to, instead of taking it off one platform, you can switch that to another platform, without having to go into your bank account.
Yeah, so there's a company called a DAO. Now, first of all, is everyone in here familiar with a DAO? No. Okay, she has one. Okay, great. So a DAO is a decentralized automated organization. What it allows is a community to be in control of a what do you call it?
Organization.
Of an organization would be the technical term. They're very innovative because it puts a community in control instead of an LLC, instead of a corporate board, etc. There's a company called MakerDAO who used a DAO to create an avenue for peer-to-peer lending in the real estate space. As this industry and as DAOs and DeFi start to mature, we're going to see more and more innovative ways to have DAOs create a decentralized organizations to help fuel the ecosystem of tokenized real estate, something we're super excited about. And I think the thing that could be most exciting here is if the regulators mandate tokenization. Reason that they would do it is because as the security tokens get created, we have the ability to program the guardrails of compliance. Regulators love compliance, right? They have, how many bad actors do they have to try to keep in line every day, right? We're starting to see some momentum of this already happening. For example, in India, the securities regulators, SEBI, mandated that blockchain was used to track bond status. Also in Singapore, the MAS, the Monetary Authority of Singapore, has pushed for security tokens. Once again, the focus being compliance that the security tokens are programmed with.
All right, so yeah, what we're doing now at ChainRaise, as you know, we partnered with Vertalo to be a master licensee of them, and we just went through the 3-month FINRA process to be a regulated crowdfunding portal. So we're about 1 week out of that. So what we do now is fundraising and issuance for particularly real estate, maybe some collectibles here and there. I know some people mentioned art, the Monet, some pretty cool car collections, stuff like that. But right now we're focused on real estate, issuance, fundraising, crowdfunding, and then we have we're building a mobile app right now that integrates crowdfunding and tokenization along with the digital cap table management. So, and then we have the future of integrating the crypto. So, pretty big roadmap ahead.
Yeah, so one of the things that we're looking to get out of the conference is the ability to collab. Pretty soon here, we're going to be launching a podcast. So we would like to invite anybody to come on our podcast, talk ideas with us. The biggest thing that I think the industry needs moving forward is the knowledge, right? We have to get the people educated. I'm sure we're all convinced that if the people knew what we had, they would come running to us, right? But that's going to take some time to get the people educated. We're looking to help fuel that by creating our own podcast and hopefully being able to speak to the millennials who are probably a little bit more open-minded to blockchain, cryptos, etc. So yeah, we want to go ahead and collab on some thought leadership. Next thing is co-listings. If other people are in the business fundraising for real estate deals, we're happy to co-list. We're happy to partner. It's something that we've already gone coming out of the conference so far. So we're open-minded to co-listings. Last thing here is meetups, events, conferences. If you guys are interested or already having planned to host a conference, we're interested to partner, to sponsor, etc. We'll be spending our time trying to get in the trenches at conferences like this, real estate conferences, etc. And once again, evangelizing the message of security, tokenization, etc.
Yeah, so really appreciate your time. We're really excited to move forward and get back home and get back to work. And reach out to us if you guys want to schedule anything or just exchange business cards or whatever. So appreciate it.